Hello, you Capricorn people out there. I would like to do a reading for you for 2020, and I shall be pulling a few cards for you featuring love, health, career, wealth, work, spirituality, social, and overall. So, for love for 2020, your love card for 2020, all you Cappies out there, is the Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Four of Pentacles reverse is pretty much suggesting that you're either not holding on to too much, so you're being very greedy, you're not being very greedy, or it's actually that you're focusing too much on other elements, particularly with your feelings. You're being a little bit critical with your feelings, but that's just because there's other things going on in your life. You might be over focused on work instead of love, but also at the same time you're able to look at things as ending as a sort. So you got to look at relationships that have ended, that have made you feel really bad in the past, that have made you feel like you couldn't move on. You got to move on from that. In your health sector, all you Capricorn people out there, on your health sector, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So the Nine of Pentacles reversed is suggesting that pretty much you've had a lot of luck. You've had a lot of luck in your health arena. You've had quite good things happening for you. At the same time, you just need to be a little bit careful. You might be overdoing things a little bit too much. And what it's suggesting too is, like, don't be pushed into things. Like, you might have someone trying to give you guidance or things like that, but you don't have to go with it. You can look at different situations. Look at the past of where you may have been broken in sort of ways and made bad decisions, and now have made you a little bit stronger to be able to see what's black and what's white. In your career situation, for all you Capricorn peoples, we have the Judgment card. We have the Judgment card here, and the Judgment card here is suggesting that there's fairness in your career. There's going to be a lot of judgment taken place, but that means that you're able to have someone balanced, balance kind of feelings leveled out for new experiences. So these experiences might be something that is a little bit different to what you've experienced before, but it's very slow flowing and it's very emotional. It's a pretty potent sort of card. So wherever your career is, there should be quite a lot going on for you there. In the work sector, for all you Capricorn people out there, you have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is particularly suggesting that you have great, you've worked very hard to get where you are. You've studied a lot, you've got a lot of wisdom, and you're also quite a knowledgeable figure. You're a knowledgeable figure because you've seen parts of things and you've been able to hold strong in places where you may have fallen apart before. And what this means for your work sector, it means that you're able to work in a way that is pretty much taking action in a passionate sort of way. You just have to be careful of not being too stubborn in what you do in your work arena, but you're usually pretty good with that. In your spiritual whoops, did I do the wrong thing? Whoops. Okay, I was talking about wealth here. Sorry, I was talking about wealth. So that's wealth. So that's to make wealth. Yeah. So with your work arena, all you Cappies out there, with your work arena, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is suggesting that you have experiences you haven't really learnt from 100% just yet, especially within your career. But it's also suggesting is not to be jealous of different people's. It's suggesting, you may have had bad judgment in the past, but that's okay. You can move through it. You can move through things. It's also suggesting, if you've been feeling like unrested for a while, it's time to actually take a rest. Or there's time where if you haven't been able to clear up different fickle things in your work environment, it suggests to do that. In your spirituality sector, all you Cappies out there, all you Capricorns out there, we have the Hierophant reversed. So the Hierophant reverse is suggesting, pretty much here, is you'll have different kind of beliefs that are a little bit revolutionary. They're a little bit different to the mainstream. They're quite eccentric type of thing, but at the same time, you're doing the things that you're practicing are a little bit off limits. But that doesn't make it a bad thing. It just means that you'll probably see different sorts of things that other people haven't noticed yet. In your social sector, all you Capricorn people out there, there is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is pretty much suggesting, the Ten of Cups reverse. So the Ten of Cups reverse is pretty much suggesting that there's been lessons, especially in the occult, spirituality, different things like that, that you've been sort of bound to. You've been bound to in a way of seeing the dark side of things. And usually that is represented by dark emotions in the social sector. How to actually clear this kind of stuff? You'd be looking at trying to build a better environment. You're trying to look for a place of stability, and you're trying to look for ways to express that emotion in a way that is expressing it like passionately or physically in a type of way. You might go off the tracks a little bit, but it might actually help you gain wisdom or experiences from that, but you don't want to be doing that too much because of the harm that could be done to certain areas. In your overall sector, for all you Capricorn people out there, we have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is pretty much suggesting that there's been an end to things. There's been an end to things in your relationship sector. So things have been a little bit a bit unbalanced in a way, or you haven't sort of been able to move through things. So you might be a little bit upset and having nightmares and things like that, or you just feel totally numb to situations. So how you're able to get through this is you're able to focus on where you have been not been recognized in the past, and where your feelings haven't been noticed, or where you have felt a little bit numb, and how that's also been affected by the way you think spiritually and things like that. So it's quite interesting to see with all these cards here. You do have quite a few reversed, but at the same time, that's not too bad if you can just try to focus on the things that you can do best. And because you guys are, Capricorns and things like that, you've worked really hard and you've gone through experiences that have been pretty tough already. So yeah, I believe you'll get through this stuff and you'll have a good year regardless. So all the best, and I hope things turn out well for you in 2020.